So you have high ping and you want to go pro in Fortnite. Many people tell you that these two things do not mix, but I'm here to tell you that no, having high ping will not stop you from going pro in Fortnite. And no, I'm not just throwing around this statement for no reason. No, I've came to this conclusion myself after my 4+ years in the competitive Fortnite community actually going pro myself. Dominating in tournaments where my internet was acting up badly, seeing people around me go pro and compete as a pro with high ping and so on. So what I'm saying in this video is backed up by actual evidence and experience. So first of all, let's get something clear. The definition of high ping is very blurry and changes heavily person to person. So for the context of this video, high ping is anywhere above about 40 ping. Very high ping is above about 80, and then super high ping is above about 115. With high ping, so above 40 ping, you'll need to make some adjustments, but you can totally go pro and compete at a pro level with that ping. With very high ping, so above about 80 ping, you'll need to make a lot of adjustments, but even though it'll be really hard, you can still become a decent player and see some success, which may allow you to eventually move out to another house or location, getting better ping allowing you to go pro, or you could just leave satisfied with being decent at Fortnite competitive. But ultimately, you couldn't be a pro player if you were on very high ping for your whole career. And then with super high ping, so anything above 115 ping, that's almost completely unplayable if you want to be consistently good at Fortnite competitive. You may be able to get really smart at the game and maybe sneak in some earnings here and there if you're like really good. But overall, the goal with this ping is just to move somewhere to get better ping, otherwise it is not worth it to grind Fortnite competitively. So first of all, before I explain to you how to adapt to high ping, we first need to make sure that your ping is currently the lowest it can be and the most consistent as it can be. So first of all, make sure you are using an Ethernet cable straight from your modem to your PC. You might need to get an absolutely ridiculously massive Ethernet cable to reach all the way from your modem to your room, but it's totally worth it. I also recommend doing something that I used to do, was having a second internet plan on a second line of internet coming just straight to my PC. This gave me super consistent internet because I remember back in the day when I had 1 megabyte upload and about 15 megabyte download. Whenever someone did anything in the house like watch Netflix, I would get so much high ping and so much packet loss. But then my PC would now be 100% consistent internet because nothing would affect it as it's on its own internet line. I don't think every home can do this, and it's only really going to help you if you have really slow internet. So for those people that unfortunately have really slow internet like I used to have, just call up your internet provider to see if it's possible. But anyways, apart from those few basic things, there isn't really much extra you can do to further improve your ping, especially if everyone else in your country gets the same ping. So now the important question is, what adaptations should you make as a high ping player? Well, before I let you know, first of all realize that this heavily depends on how much ping you have. If you're just high ping, so above 40 ping, you could follow all these tips, but you don't really need to be like 100% invested into it and could get away with not following some. And if you're on very high ping or anything above that too, like super high ping, you probably need to follow like all of these tips. So anyways, here they are. You need to understand how there is ping delay before each time you pull out your blueprint. So the higher ping you are, the more you should just hold out your blueprint while building instead of constantly swapping to your pickaxe, etc. between builds. Because every time you switch away from your blueprint and then back to it, you are basically adding on the delay of whatever your ping is doubled. And you're also going to need to accept that you need to have a boring playstyle. With normal ping, when you get better at Fortnite, you naturally start to become faster, flashier, and more aggressive, because that honestly just helps in some way, but not for people who have higher ping, which is a problem because they watch low ping players and try to replicate them, which just ends in disaster. So accept from this point on that you're just going to need to create a playstyle for yourself that is really slow, patient, and reactive. Reading your opponents like a book, outsmarting them, predicting them, etc, etc. You'll also want to adapt to a placement-based playstyle where your main skill is your game sense. This will also help so much in team-based stuff because now even though you're really bad at fighting, your main worth as a player is your game sense, which luckily is not reliant on ping. which is also precisely why I always recommend high ping players to be IGLs. It reminds me of when I used to play NA West Cash Cups from OCE. I had 140 ping that whole tournament but still top 60'd because my IGL skills were still really useful while I got to play with people who had 50 to 60 ping. Now, as a high ping player, you should be fighting differently in team-based game modes. You should be mostly hanging back, waiting for your teammates to edit the walls and do the piece control, like just all the stuff that low ping is required for. And then you're just providing support fire and shooting at your enemies as soon as they're exposed. And also providing distraction fire for your teammates as they get in and finish the fights up close. High ping is all about accepting your situation and adapting. Hey, are you still stuck being a beginner to Fortnite competitive? Because I created an ebook which talks about all the common mistakes I've seen beginners make and, well, obviously how to fix them too. And the best part is, bro, I just decided to literally give it out for free, so you might want to check it out, bro. Click the link in the description.